Hello, welcome to Steve McDonald's Crafting. I've got this brilliant piece of slate. What I want to do is build a little scene on here of a little house and some steps coming down here and then allow the tree to build up around it. I'm going to make it out of craft sticks or lolly sticks because I think these are the easiest things to make it out of. And I'm also going to make it fairly simple. These are a bit wide for what I want. My intention is to split these down using a knife. It's really easy to split them down. I just go roughly into the middle like that, pull the knife through. I don't need to go through it in the first attempt or even the second attempt, but once they split, they tend to split quite easily. Even if it takes 3 attempts, I can do that, and then that way I can start to build the walls of my house and the roof and things. Well, I've split my sticks. To make it easier to manage them to start with, all I'm doing is popping them onto this sticky tape. It just makes my life a little bit easier to make a decision, glue them together. And I don't mind if there's a few gaps in this at all. Once I've finished sticking those onto there, I square up the ends just to make them a little bit easier. And then I've got some wooden bits to start planning out the house. Well, these are the bits that are going to make up the front and the back of the actual house itself. And they're not going to be as high as this, obviously. So if you think about the rock here, not as in Dwayne Johnson, the rock, but this rock. The first floor is going to be about that high, and the second floor is going to be about that high. I'm going to do 2 separate little floors. I need to put something between these pieces here to ensure that they stay together. I'm using some wood glue. These bits of lolly stick that I've got here, what I'll do is I'll make sure that when I go over them, they don't go right to each of the ends. There we go, that bit will be just fine. There's a gap there and there's a gap there, and that allows me then to glue these together, keep them all together, and also it allows me to butt things up to them if I need to. Just a little bit of wood glue will do for that, and put a bit of weight on them. Well, I've made my 2 stories that are going to go on to here to make the house. I've decided I don't want to have it look like a little wood cabin, so what I'm taking is just some normal filler here. I'm going to render the front of the houses using the filler, so that will give me a nice smooth finish to them. It will give me an easier surface as well to paint on the windows and the doors, although I might even make the windows and doors out of wood as well. We've finished making the little house now. I've put the roof on and I've gone over it all apart from the roof with some of this filler, and I think that's come out really well. I also made some little windows. I did those exactly the same way using the lollipop sticks. I just split it down and put some little windows on and a little door, and it's going to sit there. I am going to paint it. I'm also going to have it at a bit of an angle on this slate like that, glue it down, and then I'm going to put some steps going all the way down and onto the floor. I've cut some bits of wooden lollipop stick already as steps, and then once they're stuck on, I can then finish off and paint them all up. Well, I've finished making all the bits for this rock now, apart from I've decided I'm going to have a go at making one of those wire bonsais rather than put a real bonsai on it. And I made a little dock as well that I've attached to these steps. I need to paint the house and then attach that using glue onto the rock. Well, this is nearly finished now, so I'm going to have a go at making my own wire bonsai tree. Now, I've never done this before. I've seen it done lots of times, but I've never done it before, so it could turn out looking terrible. I've got some brass wire here. I got this because it's really dirt cheap. I have quite a lot of it, so I thought I'd use this. And I need to cut out the same length bit. So I've got this bit of wood that is going to be the size of my tree. And what I intend to do is wrap around my wire around this bit of wood, and that is going to give me all the same length pieces to start with. So once I've got enough wrapped around there, I'll show you what I'm going to do next. Well, now I've got what I think is enough wire wrapped around there, I need to take it off. But before I do that, I'm going to put a bit of tape around it so it doesn't all ping everywhere. Hopefully this will help me keep it all together. And now I'm going to use my extra meaty wire cutters, which are these ones, to cut the wires at the top of this piece of wood, and that should allow me to get those off nice and easily. So that's them all cut, and now all I need to do is push that piece of wood out. That's going to make it much easier for me to do the other ones, and then all I need to do is go across there and cut all those. And the other thing I want to do is each one of these little bends, I want to take those off. So I'm actually left with just some straight wire. So what I've done is I've given that wire a twist in the middle there. So that's holding together. And then I split off 3 branches, twisted each one of those. And then each one of these branches, I've then split into 3 again and twisted those. Using the pliers, it's much easier using the pliers than trying to do it by hand. And then once I've done this one, I'm going to go round and then split this one up again into 3, which will make even thinner branches. And twist those. And then I'm going to make a few little leaves on the end of each one of these. I'll show you how I'm going to do that as well. It does seem to be coming together. I mean, this is the first time I've ever done this, so for all you experts out there, let me know in the comments what you think I've done wrong or how I could have done it better. I mean, it probably would have been easier if my first attempt had been with some longer wire, but it wouldn't have fitted nicely on my rock, and that's what I'm making it for. Those 3, those ones are the ones that I'm going to turn into... Actually, I might not. I might take them even smaller. Yeah, I'm going to. Give them another little twist. Like that. Even smaller branches, and then I'm going to make some leaves. Well, there's my little tree, and this is the root end, and this is definitely the branch end. I think it's come out quite well. It's going to sit there like that once I flatten out the roots. But before I do that, what I want to do is make some leaves, and each one of these little single wires, that is where I'm going to just make the leaves by curling them up like that and twisting them around. I'm not going to make lots of leaves on each branch because there isn't enough room for that, and there's not enough wire either. I'm doing them all in different angles as well, going round. And it's been quite relaxing doing this. I've been listening to the closing statements of the Johnny Depp trial. So there we go, that's how that branch is going to look, and all the other ones are going to look. And then once I finish those, I'll show you how I'm going to attach it to the rock. My little tree's all finished now, it just needs attaching to this rock. I'm going to have it so some of the roots are coming over, like this, and some are coming down here. I'm going to move those roots around a little bit, using these, and then I'm going to use some super glue to stick that down with. I'm sure I will come across little branches that haven't got much twisty on them, and if I do, then I'm going to just go in and give them a bit of a twist like that. I finished this and I absolutely love it. It has been a real labour of love. I've put some of this little fake moss on as well that you can get for model railways. I think that has come out really well. The tree, I loved making that. I'm definitely going to be making some more, and the little house as well. And I think it fits really nicely on this slate. I'd love to know what you think of this as well, because it has been so much fun to make. Please boot that like button if you've enjoyed this video. It really does help my videos to get out there and helps to grow my channel as well. And I'm really trying to grow this channel at the moment. Share this video as much as you want around any of the social media sites. It really will help me as well. I will leave links to everything that I've used today in the description below, along with a link to buy me a coffee. Be sure to check out the video that's coming up next. I really think you'll enjoy that as well. Take care. Enjoy your crafting as much as I love mine. When we're crafting, we're happy. Bye.